Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, my video. Now in today's really short video, I'm gonna talk about what actually is balloting and what happens during balloting day itself. Now at this point in the house buying process, I'm gonna assume that you have already done all the checks that you need. You've already checked that you have enough CPF that you can use, you have enough cash, you know the timeline in terms of buying a new launch property, new launch private property or condo in Singapore. You have already checked out several different condo developments that are in the market, and you are quite sure about what you want to get and you are ready to get it. Okay, so assuming all of this is done, then what is balloting all about? Okay, so right now you have already been to a few different show flats. You've gotten a feel of what it's like to check out, condos in Singapore, in different areas in Singapore. Okay, and so you're ready to make a purchase in a particular development that you like. So balloting is usually one of the first phase of sales for any new launch condominiums in Singapore. And before you actually choose the unit that you want, it's always advisable that you come up with a list of choice units that you are interested in. So for example, you need to have a list of your first choice of unit, your second choice, third choice, fourth choice, all the way up to even 50 or 80 or 100, depending on how much you like this development and how many different types of units that you really like and can see yourself living in. Of course, if the development or project is more popular, this means you're going to need to have more options in your list, because there might be a higher chance that someone else is going to buy the unit before you. So usually, the show flat is open to the public about 1 to 2 weeks before the balloting weekend, which usually falls on a Saturday. Now, during these 2 weeks, you are free to visit the show flat anytime you want during normal working hours. The show flat usually closes at about 7 p.m. in the evenings, but they might extend it a little bit longer if you really cannot visit the show flat anytime before 7. So during these 2 weeks, what happens is that you actually submit an expression of interest or a letter of interest to the developer with the help of an agent that you have engaged in for the purchase of this property. So you fill in this form, and on the form, you might be asked to say maybe indicate a few options or specific unit numbers of the unit that you're interested in, just to give an indication to the developer of what your interest is. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to end up purchasing these units on your own, because you can always change your mind later on, and there's no any consequence to that. Now, together with the expression of interest or the letter of interest, you are also required to submit a blank check that is addressed to the developer as an indication of how serious you are in making a purchase. Now, in the event that at the end of the day, during the ballot day or whenever you decide not to go ahead with the purchase, this empty check will be returned to you. And you don't have to pay a single cent, and there is no amount of forfeit or negative consequence that you're going to have to bear when it comes to deciding at the end that you do not want to purchase a unit in this particular development. When your letter of interest or expression of interest and the check are submitted together, then you will get what we call a ballot number or your ballot ticket. Now, this number is something that you really need to hold on to, because it is your lucky draw number for the ballot day itself. And on this ballot day, what you need to do is to, of course, bring yourselves and whoever is going to be the owner or co-owners of the property that you will purchase. So you will all have to be present, and you need to bring your ballot number.